I'm here. Hello, how you doing? I'm alive. And my mouse is running out of batteries, which is always good, considering, I need that in order to see what you're typing and what you're doing. It's, I think it's Wednesday. Is it Wednesday? It's Wednesday! Sorry. Sorry, my throat is being my throat. Don't know what's happening. But something anime today. Anime today. So I there's this weird little website called My Anime List. And it exists. And as we can see, I have completely cleared my watch history. I've watched 0 anime days. I am now the noobiest watcher of anime ever. Never even seen an anime. What is an anime? What is an anime? I don't know. Also, for the last 2 days, I played 52 games of Stormgate. I think we played 4 on stream. My win rate versus Infernal is pathetic, but I started winning a couple games recently. That's driven up my win rate a bit. For a while, I was losing every game against Inferno. And then I happened to stumble upon a strategy that might actually work. But that's not what this stream is about. All anime stats. Oh. That's cool. We don't have any anime stats. We're not cool enough for the anime stats. It's a very rude life. You know what we need? Yes. Yes, that's what we need. So these are our anime lists of 2024, specifically winter, because, I haven't seen anything from this season that doesn't exist yet. So it's fine. So this is this is solo leveling. So what happens? I'm watching. I think I'm on episode 4. I don't know. It's like an 8 so far. And that's the process by which we add anime to our currently watching list. How weird. How weird. So yeah, I'm watching solo leveling. It's okay. I think the reading it feels better than watching it. I don't know. I'm weird. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm sorry. Next up, Classroom of the Elite. Definitely am watching that. I don't know. I'm just going to put a 4 for everything. This one is like somewhere in this region. I don't know. Maybe another 8. I'm very bad at this. And I'll probably talk more about this in like earlier seasons. What are you? I have not seen that at all. What about the next row? I have seen this. I am watching this. I don't know. I think we're like 16 or something in. That's a little bit worse. It's just not as good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's okay. This is the most recent stuff. Nobody watches the most recent stuff. I surprisingly have not been watching Blue Exorcist in the last couple seasons. It's a weird life. I don't... Oh, this is the Hokkaido girl thing. I've seen this on Crunchyroll a few times. I just never clicked on it. Oh, this is the healer one, right? Yeah, this is the healer one. This is an isekai, where the guy is transported to another world. Obviously, that's an isekai, and he's a healer. And I'm watching that one because it's an isekai. And as I said, too many isekais. Why am I giving it a score if I'm watching it? This one. Okay, come on, list. You can do it. You can do it. This one's weird. This is like The Witch and the Beast or something. I've only watched 3 episodes of it so far, but it's been pretty good. I don't know. They're like hunting down witches or something, and it's weird. It's very weird. I have not seen. It's ecchi tag, so we're just gonna skip that in general. This one I have watched, or I am watching, because this is season 2. This one's even worse than the others. It's like a 6. It's like a 6. It's fine, I guess. What are you? Hold on. I need to know what your name is. Oh yeah, I have not watched The Carefree Married Life in a former enemy country in her 7th loop. It's a long title. What about you? Do I know you? You'd expect me to like know based off of titles? No, I have not watched that. I haven't watched it at all. Another Otome game? Villainous level 99, maybe. I've never seen so many of these. This season is a little weird. I sort of came back into watching stuff a couple seasons ago, but if it's on Crunchyroll, there's a good chance that I'm just like, I'm gonna watch 2-3 episodes. I've done this for a lot of seasons in the past. So it shouldn't surprise you if I just have random stuff. It's whatever I saw in Crunchyroll, basically. It's only a 12-episode anime. That's sad. I have enjoyed that one a lot, although I rated it too high. Definitely too high. What am I doing? What am I doing? Ooh, I forgot about this one. I forgot. Failed to add the series. It's failing. And yet it succeeded. Okay, so this one is... I'm only 2 episodes into this one, but it was really good from what I watched. My anime list is terrible. That's... What? Okay. Before that, I've seen like 3 or 4 episodes of this one, so we're just gonna do that. It's easily a 7. This guy is like an adventurer who's been kicked out of the party, and he's got a weird skill that makes him the best tank ever, and I don't know who these 2 are. But, you know, that's how it goes. Didn't watch. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't watch. Is there anything that I should watch, though? This is currently, or continuing. We'll hit continuing a month ago, or a season ago. 1 season ago, I had Frieren, which I am watching. I don't know how many episodes I'm in. I stopped keeping count. Freeren's really good. I will just say Freeren's really good. I have not ever watched Spy Family. I don't know what people are on about with Spy Family. This is the Shield Hero. I have not watched the Shield Hero. I have not watched the Goblin Slayer. I did not watch this thing. But I did watch this one, and I thought this one was really good too. We're also like 15 episodes into this. I forget. Dude, numbers are hard. Numbers are hard. This one and Free Run are the two that I'm still following even now that I think are really good. The Apothecary Diaries, which is totally a name. I did not watch Dr. Stone past season 1. I don't know why. I don't know why. I finished season 1. I saw season 2 came out and I just stopped watching it. I also didn't watch Undead Unluck. I've heard stuff, but it's on Disney Plus, and I don't have Disney Plus. I don't know if you guys know this, but I don't have Disney Plus, so oops. Shangri-La Frontier, it's all right. It's a game anime. I don't know. I'm somewhere around episode 15. I'm just gonna put 15 for all of them that I don't know. It's pretty good. Basically jump into a new game, try to learn things, be broken because you're OP, and all of that normal stuff that happens. I like saying this one's name because it's Kimi no Koto ga Daisuki. This is a silly one. I have not seen it though, but it's a silly one because the name is silly. Tokyo Revengers. I started watching season 1 and never continued through it. What a sad life. What a sad life. Are there any that I should watch? I don't know. Hametsu? No, I don't know what that is. I also don't know what this one is. Or this one. Oh wait, that says Berserk. It's probably not Berserk. Ragna Crimson. I heard about this one. Why did I hear about this one? I don't remember. I think it was on a video that I watched. Seiken Gakuin no Maken Sky. Definitely didn't see this one. The best student in the history of... This one is silly sounding from the name here. What's the English name of this? Because this looks stupid. Deranged Detective. Gonna add that one as a plan to watch. I want to go back and watch that one because it looks silly. Should I recognize that? I don't know. Ooh, I saw this. It's like a 7. I completed it. That one's rewind time, so very strong defeat, or like loses to the Demon Lord, ends up going back in time and having to change stuff. It definitely looks like one of those that's more gearing up towards a longer run in order to make sense, but you know. What I saw wasn't too bad. Dead Mount Death Play, that sounds weird. I've seen this one in a video too. Watashi no Oshi. My Oshi? Dude, what is the name? How did they translate this? That's nothing. That's got nothing to do with it. That's a better name. Where were we? Didn't watch, didn't watch, didn't watch, didn't watch, started watching. I'm like 6 episodes in or something. It's somewhere between probably a 7. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Oh, I watched the first episode of this one. Do I put it in if I watch the first episode? Probably not. Probably not. No, I keep seeing this one recommended on Crunchyroll, but I did not watch it. And then this one I did complete. I completely completed it. It's okay. It's good. Okay, 7 might be too high. Let's change that to a 6. It's okay, as I said. It's another game anime. I watched it alongside the first season of what's it called? Yo, hold on. Before we get to that, did not watch any of those 3. Here's one. Here's one. Overtake. That was like much better than I expected going in. It's like a Formula 4 type anime, but a lot more of it, not as much of it's about the racing as it is about the character development, which is why I like sports anime in the beginning, like why I got into sports anime, is because a lot of them are about character development. And this one was about that, but not necessarily for the people driving, although there was some. It was more so for the other characters around them. Oh, I tried to watch the first episode of this one, but it was like all sporadic and very hard to watch. I did not watch Arc Knights. I did watch this one. This one was good except for the ending. The ending confused me, but you know, it's about the journey, not the destination. I didn't watch any of Arc Knights. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Potion anime. Yes, I did watch it. It's another one that's like, it's okay. There's a lot of anime that are just okay, and those are where I spend a lot of my time watching. The stuff between the big stuff. I don't think, yeah. And that's fall. How are we doing so far? They hated, I enjoyed. Wow. My score distribution is way high. Coming off of a couple of them. I'll give you a hint. If I didn't like a show, I probably didn't finish it. And I'm not going to be ranking too many shows that I didn't finish. Let's go to summer 23. I didn't watch a ton of stuff summer 23. I think this is around when I started getting back into anime for the season. So let's go to the top. I did watch this one. It's a weird season. It's actually technically a split season. I think that the next part of that season is coming up. It is listed as ecchi. It's an isekai. I made sure to watch it. I could not. Masamune-kun's Revenge, the first season, was so weird. I only watched like 3 episodes of that, so I couldn't get into it there. Liar, 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 liar. I didn't watch season 2 of Devil's a Part-Timer. Yeah, I'm gonna score a plan to watch. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. What a weird thing. Vending machine anime. Vending machine anime. It was okay. It was better than a lot of the shows that I watched, but it was vending machine anime. Oh yeah, there's a. I'll add this to the plan to watch list. Rurouni Kenshin stuff is weird. I don't know how they changed it. If they did change it, is it a restart? I don't know. But I watched, I think, all of the original. I think. Maybe not all of it. I don't remember. I enjoyed that one. Ooh, level 1. I did watch this one. I completed it. It was okay. It was very weird. Like, this character's introduced at the very end, and it's like, why? It's It's probably not going to get another season. Oh. What's the name of this in English? The Great Cleric. Okay, yeah, I watched this one. I thought the Great Cleric was a pretty good twist on the isekai. Like all of the isekai stuffs. I thought it was better than a lot of other isekai that came out. Just because your main character there is sort of just working through things. Like, it's not he jumps in, he's better than everyone else. He jumps in and he practices stuff for like years straight. And that's what makes him better or worse than other people. There's some other stuff too. It's weird. There's a great fear of dying. Okashina. This is the sweets one, right? Yeah, it's just is that the name? I don't know. I watched it. It's another anime that had a really weird ending. Like, the ending was just came out of nowhere. Didn't watch. I don't think this far down we're gonna see too many stuff that's like, I should watch it. Never done anything Atelier Ryza. Never, ever once. Never once. We almost made it back 1 year. Matter of fact, one more season and we'll have made it an entire year, and it only took us 20 minutes. No. This is a season. I don't think I watched very much this season. This is technically like on hold at like episode 5. I know I started it and I got like 4 or 5 episodes in. I think I've seen this one. I did see this one. Was it okay? It was okay. It's an isekai. Chances that I've seen it go up tremendously as soon as we hear the word another world. I need to watch this show in general. I need to go back and just watch season 1. Because let's be honest. I recognize this character. Why do I recognize this character? What is this show? Oh, yep. Yeah, I've seen it. I've definitely seen it. This one is a character who wanted to be... Who was reincarnated, and the gods just randomly gave him superpowers because I don't know why. Again, it was okay. I guess I should start using the average rating more. I did not see this one. But it's got the word isekai in the title, which is why I was confused. Confused! Wow, I have a lot of anime here for somebody who didn't watch much anime this season. I'm gonna be honest, I watched the who did it? It was Something Witty Entertainment made a smartphone abridged, and then after they made the smartphone abridged, I watched it. Oh, it failed to add. It's not a very good show. It's not a very good show, but it is a show. Edomai? I don't think I don't think I've seen these. No, I definitely haven't seen anything mix. That's 1 year. This is going to take us forever. If we're going back, I don't know how long. Okay, last year. Winter 2023. Didn't I say I've seen this already? Did I? Oh, I didn't watch season 2. I didn't watch season 2, so I will not put it. I didn't watch. Nagatoro is back. It's back. I started this one. It's technically on hold. At like episode 3. I'm gonna just make a list of all the stuff I have on hold. Like, oh my goodness. This is definitely a list. This is definitely a list. You are... Is it around to pick up girls in a dungeon? I have not watched anything past season 1 of that. I'm so sorry to say. I'm so sorry to say. I did recently complete this. I feel like the more I rate, the worse it gets. I'm gonna add this to my plan to watch as well. Because that's the farming isekai one. And I have High Dive now. So I can watch it. Ugh. Ugh. This is the Genius, the Princess and the Genius? Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady. I did see that. 7 probably. It was better than a lot of the other isekai that I've seen. I'm scared. Thank you for that music. I'm scared because I have not seen that, but I do want to watch the Trigun Stampede thing, but it scares me. I tried watching the Handyman one and it was bad right away, so I didn't. I dropped it immediately. What is this one? Is this I'm Standing on 100? No. Adventurers who don't believe in humanity will save the world? I don't remember this show. I don't remember it. Dude, there's so many mediocre isekai. How do I know if I've seen them all? I literally just watched this. I literally just watched this a couple weeks ago. What a weird coincidence. Hold on, I'm trying to find... This one is the guy who was fired from the Demon King army, and then he was raised in a village, and... Or he went back to a village to raise... was, like, super strong in magic, which demons didn't have or something. Or no, he didn't have magic, but he was just super strong. It was a 6. It was okay. And then there's Onimai, which I definitely completed. I'd give it like an 8. It's one of those shows that it's really weird on the tin. Really weird on the tin. But it's not as bad as it seems. I have not seen this show at all. High card? No. Oh, this is saving up money to... Yeah, this is saving up money in another world for my retirement. It's good. It's weird in terms of isekai because she could freely travel between worlds. I think that's what makes it somewhat interesting. I don't think I've seen anything else here. I will continue to scroll just in case. Okay, now we're hitting fall 2022. I remember a lot of people talking about Blue Lock. Basically soccer battle royale, which I don't understand. I didn't watch Spy Family. I didn't watch Mob Psycho 3. Can I add that to my plan to watch, actually? Because I did watch Mob Psycho 2. Didn't even realize there was a 3. Blue Lock, Boku no Hero. No. No, but I did complete Bochi, and I thought it was really good. Really, really good. Really, really good. Really, really good. It's the music anime that I watched. I am gonna put this as on hold because I don't remember if I finished it. This is reincarnated as a sword. I will check later to see if I finished watching it. I couldn't have finished watching it. This isn't on, I've seen 2 or 3 episodes. Where did I see this? I have not seen that. I was looking at it. I was like, does this look like something that I've seen? I'm gonna add this. This is such a classic. That's gonna go on the plan to watch. Okay, it didn't go on the plan to watch at all. It might have. What are you? What are you? Oh, it's another one. I think I've seen 2 episodes of this. It's not enough for me to throw on the list. It's an isekai. I've seen 2 episodes of it. That don't count. What are you? I'm gonna add this to the plan too. I've got a lot of isekai to catch up on if they weren't on, I didn't finish this. It was really good, but I didn't finish it. Do it yourself is such a weird... It's all DIY. I thought it was pretty good, but I didn't finish it because I'm bad at finishing anime. We'll probably run into a lot of the older ones where it's like, yeah, I'm more than halfway through the show and I just dropped it out of nowhere and I have no clue why. That's how I am with anime. It's a problem. It's a problem. I did not see this one. I'm making sure I didn't see season 2. Didn't see. Is there anything here? Wow, Yawamushi Pedal was still going on in 2022. That's so weird to me. That's so weird to me. Dude, summer 2022? I'm trying to speed up a little bit. We've got shows. We've got dozens of shows. I did watch that season. I think it was good. Good. Words come out of my mouth. Typing does something completely different. I don't think I've seen... I know I haven't seen this show. What is the English title, though? Call of the Night. What is that? Just out of left field. I've definitely seen this. We'll call it good. We'll call it good. I've watched all of the Overlord seasons. I've got problems. I started. Hello, hello. I'll be lurking for a bit as I walk home. Be safe on your walk. Thanks for lurking. I'm just looking at all the anime that I might have potentially seen. Speaking of which, this one is technically on hold because I definitely watched 4 episodes of it, which is where I'm going to put that on hold list. I swear I'm going to finish some of these shows in the future. Made in Abyss? No, I haven't seen Made in Abyss. That show? No, this is the show that I thought the other one was, but I still haven't seen it. Nope. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I was reading the description and I was like, did I see this? No, I haven't. Technically, I think I'm 8 episodes into this one, and it was very good. I just stopped watching it because I don't know why. It's the Yakuza dating, or the Yakuza babysitting one. Not dating, babysitting one. And it's very, I don't know, it's good. I just stopped. Again, I don't know why. This is medical researcher. Did I finish this show? I'm trying to remember if I finished this. I know I've watched it. Parallel World Pharmacy. Oh, you have to be like more than halfway through. I'm gonna put it as on hold again to check later. It was good. It was good. I like the medical ones. I don't know why. Medical stuff. I actually didn't watch the Ruby anime stuffs. I don't know. Ruby's fallen from grace. Mostly because Rooster Teeth's fallen from grace. But you know, it is what it are, what it be, what it do. I don't think I saw anything else this season, or from this season. Which is why we go backwards in time again. Wow, that one had a lot of stuff. I didn't watch season 2. I only saw season 1. Didn't watch. Oh my goodness. It's a lot of didn't watches. Is this the true season where I didn't watch anything? No, it isn't. Because I totally watched this one. It was like a 6. I don't know what the title of it was, but it's a guy coming back as a demon lord and builds a stand-up harem thing and just does stuff, and the day is saved. That's all we need to know. Oh, I'm very slowly watching through this one. This is something witch. I don't understand it. It's a weird one. It's here. It's here. Ascendance of a Bookworm, season whatever, I don't care. I don't even know how many seasons there are. I just watched the show. That's the 3rd season. We just rate 2 more seasons of that? That's not fair. That's not fair at all. I think I had to wait for the show to be done, and then I just binged it. That's how I watched it. Which is why we're not seeing a whole lot of stuff from this month. This season. Yeah, I had like 4 things on here at most. 2022 might have been the worst year for me in anime ever. And then there's Bisque Doll, which was good. It was good. I'm taking those literally. No, I haven't seen that one. There's so many shows on here where I'm just like, have I seen this? Have I seen this? I like this one. This one's pretty good. I did complete this one. It's an 8. Realist Kingdom is one of the few that I go back and rewatch every once in a while. I don't rewatch a ton of shows, but I do go back and rewatch that one every once in a while. Every once in a while. Go out of my way. Huh. I recognize you. I didn't watch it, but I think I've seen it a few times. This is Lidl. Liadl. In my random music stuff, it comes up from time to time. I did watch it. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't watch Princess Connect Redive, but I did watch Kenja no Deshi wo na Noro Kenja. Another one that ends on like, we want you to watch the next episode or the next season. I was between fine and good on this one. I think it's good. It's better than fine, probably, maybe. This one will forever be on my plan to watch because I'm almost never in the mood for it. I've watched the first episode like 4 times. It's a fun fact. This, I was watching this when I was finishing my degree. Literally the last semester that I was there is when that one came out. And I think I was recommended it like 4 times through random people there. Because, I don't know, I took, I majored in history with a focus on Japan, Asia, blah, 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 blah. So a lot of people were like, you know, you should watch this. You should watch this. And I'm like, why am I watching it? I know the story. I know the story. Shenmue got an anime? Okay. Goes to show me what I know. I didn't know that Shenmue got an anime. Back to Fall 21. It's season 2. I'm gonna rate it. I think it's the only ecchi anime that we're rating. Yeah, maybe like 2005, 6. I don't know. I have not watched Kimetsu no Yaiba. I haven't watched Komi-san. I haven't watched Osama. Wait, no, I watched most of Osama. Did I watch all of it? No. Did I watch most of it? Probably. I think I was like 18 episodes in or somewhere around there. It was pretty far in. But I think it was one of those that was coming out weekly and I just didn't watch it one week. And that's all it takes for me to not watch something anymore. It's just not watching it for 1 week. Gotta go faster. Isekai to restaurant to another world. I will put it as very good. Very good. Dude, I have so many anime that I didn't watch. Look at all these anime I didn't watch. Summer 21. I didn't watch season 2. I didn't watch Dragon Maid S. Should I watch Dragon Maid S? I don't know. I recently watched this one because season 2 came out. It's a little all over the place at times, but you know. I didn't watch this one. I didn't watch this one. I dropped this one after... I didn't drop it. It's another one where I got like 6... I got halfway through, missed a week, and then stopped watching it. It was very confusing. Because it's a little bit of time travel. with a little bit of why. Why is time travel happening? What is this? This is season 2, right? Yeah, I didn't watch season 2. I will add it to the plan to watch. It's the Otome game ones. The Otome game ones. They're transported into their Otome games. This one is I'm Standing on 1 Million Lives, Season 2. Season 2, huh? I didn't watch Season 2. I guess I'll add that to the plan to watch. Listen, I am very good at not watching stuff. This is the drugstore one. It's fine. It's fine. Listen, my anime that I watch is just whatever Crunchyroll decides to throw at me, I guess. That's it. Nope. 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 Has anybody seen any of these shows? What are some recommendations from this 2020, 2021 time period? Because I'm all over the place, apparently. This is a generally bad time for anime because some weird pandemic thing was happening. Slime. Slime. It's good. Not the greatest, not the worst, but it's good. You're confusing me. You're confusing me. That's Iruma-kun. I don't think I watched season 2 of Iruma-kun. I think I only watched season 1. I think I only watched season 1. What are you? I don't understand that. I definitely probably haven't seen it. Probably. Didn't see Saga Revenge. What are you? I'm slowly working my way through this one. Very slowly. Again, I will put it on hold. It's one of those where I started watching it and then stopped watching it and then started watching it and then stopped watching it. I'm very good at finishing stuff. Same with this one. I don't even know how many episodes of that I've watched. That's the pottery one. I think I started watching it when it was airing and I just missed watching it one day. I don't know. I'm weird. There's so many. Weren't there like 17 final seasons? I tried to go back and rewatch this. It's a very hard rewatch for Mushoku Tensei. I don't know why. Didn't watch season 2. Don't know why. It shouldn't be that bad. I didn't see this. It looks weird. If it looks too much like anything that I've seen, like the spider one. Spider one was pretty good. It was pretty good. Let's be honest. It's Spider. Who doesn't want to be a spider? I didn't watch very much of the Cells at Work stuff. Or the Log Horizon stuff. I finished a couple seasons, but I don't think I finished the 3rd season. At all. I did complete World Trigger. I will give it an 8. I will give it an 8. Didn't do much of the Non Biori. The first season was on my, like, watch this now list for, like, forever. And I never did. I never did. I don't know. I don't know, because I enjoyed Flying Witch, so you'd expect that to be something. I think I've watched all of Haikyuu. I'll give it an 8. I don't remember each individual season of Haikyuu. It all blends together. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, this is Standing on a Million Lives that I've definitely seen. If I remember right, it's I don't exactly remember the plot. I don't remember well enough to explain it and not be completely wrong. Weird. Huh. Yeah, that description definitely seems like a psychological horror type show. Not usually one for any horror type stuff. Oh my goodness. I've definitely seen this. I recognize this whole thing. No. Yes, I recognize that scene, but I don't recognize the... I know... This is so confusing. I recognize some of the characters, but I don't recognize the whole thing. Or the title. You know what? I'll check it later. I have a lot of shows to check later. A lot of them. A lot of them. I don't see nothing, guys. I didn't watch The God of High School. Was that any good? I need to add this to the plan to watch because I didn't do the later seasons. I sort of just missed them. Okay, this has a really long title. What are you? The Misfit. Yes, we will add that. It's good. Not great. Good. I need to finish watching Great Pretender. I was somewhere in the middle of it. That one was recommended to me by Blask on my Discord. And then I got halfway through it. Also, when I was recommended to watch, what's that? Knives Out. The movie. I enjoyed the movie. I didn't watch the Fruits Basket stuff. I swear. I swear. I think I'm getting bopped. I think I need to fix some of this later. There's definitely some stuff on here that I'm confusing with other stuff. My brain doesn't work today. Arte. Shironeko. Shironeko. I have not seen Shironeko, but Shironeko. Shironeko. Bum, bum, bum. Winter 2020. Fine, we'll add another season of Haikyuu. I will just rate all the seasons at 8 because I believe it is an 8 anime. That is my entire thing. Wow. Somebody help me. This is the defense one that I have on hold, and I don't remember how far I... Listen, if I skipped it, and I need to go back, I'm just putting it on hold. Not skipped it. If I started watching it and then just sort of dropped it out of nowhere, this is definitely one of those I need to watch it. If I remember correctly, this one lived in, like... This one had a really hard release schedule, and I tried to watch it, and they kept delaying stuff, and I just sort of stopped. So I'd have to go back and watch the whole thing again, probably. It was a very difficult time. The heck? Oda Cinnamon Nobunaga, because they're dogs. They're just dogs. What is happening? Beastars. I didn't watch past Alicization season what, like the first half of season 1. I did watch season 1 of Iruma-kun. I will rate it as good. Whatever I feel at that exact moment is what I'm rating it forever. Whatever I feel at that exact moment is what I rate it forever. Oh my goodness. We have to rate another version of Ascendance of a Bookworm? We can't do it. It's impossible. I've seen you. I've seen you. You're fine, I guess. Not a whole lot going on in that one. It's Azure Lane. I recognize that name. It's Grand Blue Fantasy. I recognize that name. Oh my goodness. I'm just realized I'm leaning forward way too much today. Just leaning forward all day, every day. Why do... Oh, I recognize because I saw the first episode. I was very confused. I didn't watch anything more than the first episode. Hey, it's the dumbbell one. I didn't watch the dumbbell one. There's a lot of ecchi in this season. Summer 2019. That's all that didn't get canceled, huh? And then the worst. Just keep going back. I'm somewhere on hold and watching this. Listen, it's very hard for me to sit down and watch it. I think I'm getting close to a little more than halfway through that season. Wait, is this Wise Man's grandchild? It is Wise Man's grandchild. I was so confused. I'm like, I recognize this, but it's so old that like, it's not old, but it's so long ago now that it's starting to blend in with everything. I'm just sitting there like, I recognize these characters. Where do I recognize these characters from? Correct answer was Wise Man's grandchild. I'll add this to the plan to watch. I've heard okay things about the fox. Itoribochi. Itoribochi. I've got no thoughts on that. What the heck? I don't know what this is, but it sounds weird. You know, a girl who chants love at the bounds of this world. Yeah, whatever. It'll be fine there, wherever I accidentally just put it. Actually, I can fix it here, right? I can put it on plan to watch. Oh my goodness, it's been an hour. You made it home! Congratulations. I don't know what anime I've seen, and that's the worst part of this, is I just have no clue. I did watch all of Diamond, Ace of the Diamond. I know I watched all of Ace of the Diamond, unless they released more Ace of the Diamond that I haven't watched. In which case, I did not watch all of Ace of the Diamond. I have learned that there's a lot of anime that I'm confusing with other anime. I've also learned that it's taken me an hour to get to 2019. This is not going fast. I did watch season 1. I thought it was an 8. But I never watched season 2 of the Shield Hero. Shield Hero is weird. Just trying to find all the stuff that I've watched has been hard. Trying to think of new stuff to watch. Stuff is weird, yo. Trying to find new stuff to watch has been confusing. I didn't watch Kimono Friends, but I heard of it everywhere. There's a show that you've seen that has your is there a show you've seen that has your most interest? What, you mean of shows that I haven't watched? Where's my... I have a lot of shows here. So on my plan to watch list, I have a couple here. Wow, that is super bright after that. I'm probably want to watch Rurouni Kenshin in that one. And these two. But those are like remakes. These are like remakes of older stuff that I've watched. Then the Heike Monogatari. And then a couple random... And there's a couple random, like the farming isekai, because I watch random isekais. It's what I do. It's pretty good. I gotta sit down and watch it, along with other stuff. A lot of other stuff. Hey, it's Zoids! I should watch Zoids. It's been a long time since I've seen Zoids. I did see season 1 of this. Exactly season 1. And no more, no less. That's Goblin Slayer. I will add this to the plan to watch. I've heard good things about it. I have not seen it. I will put this on hold because I think I'm 12 episodes in to Alicization. What the Zoid's about? If I'm remembering, it's mecha battle sport, but I haven't seen Zoid since I was young. I never really watched that much mecha. It's SSSSS Gridman. I don't remember watching Index 3, but I know I've watched one, Index and Railgun, besides that one season. And they were all good. But other people rated that one pretty low. Maybe I have to go back and check that one. Maybe I have to go back and check that one. But yeah, it's been a long time since I've watched mecha anime, so I can't really tell you what it's about because I don't remember if I remember them correctly, because there's a good, like, bunch of them from that time. And some throwaway ones. That is definitely a screen. An image? It's definitely an image. Three or four? Okay. Overlord 3. I watched. We'll give it an 8. I don't care. I'm not rating individual seasons. I'm bad at rating individual seasons because they all blend together. Hold on. I want to see if I remember the name. I want to say it's Yuki Yuna's a ghost. Nope. Darn it. It's not even the right name. Why would I think that? Have I seen you? You seem like something that I would have seen. I have not seen you. I do not recognize your name or your character, but it was close. Hanebado, right? This was on my... I'm 2 episodes in, okay? It got dropped like everything else that I just stopped watching one day. I'm 2 episodes in. Oh, goodness. The heck? Are you a victim of unwanted spirit possession? No, I'm not, but thanks for asking. Thank you for asking, but I'm not. At this point, this is making me remember how long this is. I do remember this. It was good. Gun Gale Online Alternative was good. But I don't remember everything else here. Persona 5 had an anime? Today I learned. Caligula. Dude, I don't think I watched anything in 2018. I just don't think I did. 2018's a weird year. Now I remember it correctly. This was the major time. Angels of Death. Like that one, though, I don't think it would fit your genre. I have... Once we get into the older stuff, I'll have a lot more variants. I tend to watch... lots of random stuff. I have not seen Violet Evergarden. But it's on Netflix. So I do not have access to it anyway. Boom, boom, boom. I watched the first, like, 2 episodes of Citrus, I think. Or was that Orange? I don't remember because they're both Citruses. Same thing with this one, although I do want to finish it. So let's just put it on the plan to watch. To remind myself to finish it. This is the Grand Crest Wars. Yeah, I watched 2 episodes of that. It's weird that I remember that this far in. 3. Yeah, this is during the age where I would just watch random stuff for 3 episodes. So I'm recognizing some stuff. It's sweet and sad. I know I watched 3 episodes of Slow Star. I watched a few episodes of some of these. I think this one I watched 3 episodes of. I just watched 3 episodes of a bunch of whatever came up on simulcast, and then I dropped most of it. Because this is during the time where I was just trying to watch everything to see what I liked. We'll add it to the potential plan to watch. It is Netflix. It's very hard. Oh, good. We're back in this era. What season is this? Season 3. I might have seen some of it. I don't remember. This one I'm gonna get yelled at. I watched 2 episodes and now I need to watch it. Oh, good. The memes have arrived. Sangatsu no Lion. I don't think I actually finished the 2nd season. I think I'm 5 episodes from the end of the 2nd season, but don't let that factoid bother you. I need to watch Kino's Journey. It was on my list of stuff to watch originally, and then this one's, because the other one's there, that one's gotta go. Everything's gotta go on the list of stuff to watch. Almost finished Food Wars. Think I had about 2 seasons left of it. I don't know how many seasons there are now. It's a lot. Yo, it's 2Car. I watched an episode of this. It was not good. It was okay, I guess, from what I saw. Just not enough to hold you. Oh, hey, it's season 1. Hi, season 1. Yo, it's Gamers. This is the Nox anime. Nox liked this anime. Hey, it's Smartphone. Again. I actually think season 1 was better than season 2, so I'm gonna give it a 6 instead of a 5. I recognize the characters, but I don't think I've seen it. I don't know if I've seen it. Probably saw the first 3 episodes, like everything else. There's 10 episodes. That's 30% of the show. Aho Girl is good. Failed to add Aho Girl to the list. Aho Girl is funny. We can't have this. We can't have this. This season has a lot of stuff that I watched. Okay, first Knights and Magic. It was fine. I remember I remember it existed. New Game 2 was very good. Isekai Shokudo was great. Knights and Magic. Yeah, it's a mech anime. I told you, I didn't watch many of them. It's an isekai fantasy mech anime. Hey, it's World War I Centaur. I haven't seen that show. Fastest button, or fastest finger first. I will give it a 7. It's a Quiz Bowl anime, which is the weirdest combination of sport, nerd, and nothing. I should rewatch it. Quiz Bowl. The Yokai Apartment. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I completed this. It was good. It was good. The Yokai Apartment is just guy moves into apartment because I don't know, I don't remember why, but it happens to have ghosts in it. Baka. There's 6 episodes. I don't care. So I don't remember when, but I watched all of one of the seasons of Shikoku Shoujo, and I was like, you know what? I like it. And then it became impossible to figure out what the other seasons were, and to keep track of the story, and to actually watch it. So I stopped watching the other ones. I gotta find, like, watch order for it or something. I think it's just season 1, 2, 3. But I'm bad at finding stuff. So I gotta watch Shikoku Shoujo. Boruto, Naruto Next Generation. This is when it started, 2017. I will say about Rokuden Nashi Majutsu Kyoshi to Akashic Records. It's got really good descriptions of magic. And some of the best, like, magic building from such a low quality anime. It's so confusing. Su ga kirei. Suki ga kirei. That sounds confusing. It's not a good anime, but it's got a really good description of the magical system in it, and it's set up really well. And I have a story to tell. So there's an anime on this row, specifically Sakura Quest, that I have tried watching 3 or 4 times. Now, you might notice that this is a Crunchyroll anime. It's also PA Works. My problem, the reason I have not finished this show, is once you hit episode 7, the subtitles become 30 seconds late. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm not dealing with that. If they fix it, I will watch it. If they fix it, I will watch it. It's, I don't remember. She's trying to become an idol, but the only job that she gets is basically out in the middle of nowhere, trying to resolve stuff. Might never happen. You're not wrong. Did not watch season 2. I'm gonna add that to the plan to watch. I might have watched season 2. I don't know. Dragon Maid season 1. I actually did watch Dragon Maid season 1. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't watch season 2. Hey, look, it's Yojo Senkai. Another one. I actually watched the movie for this too, I think. I don't remember. It was great. I'll give it a great. A little bit of historical, a little bit of weird. I cannot stand Masamune's Revenge. Get it out of here. Gabriel Dropout is a... I'm going to add it to the plan to watch. I've started it 4 times with the intention of getting through it, and I think I drop out somewhere between 3 and 5. And here is, oh my goodness, I'm giving it a 9. I don't care. It's Demi-chan. Demi-chan is great. It's all we need to know about Demi-chan. Good? Good. It's just a regular slice of life school thing, but with monster people. I don't remember how much of this I've seen, so I will put it as completed at a 7. I've got a problem with Yowamushi Pedal, which is that they've got the Dragon Ball Z thing where one thing will happen over the course of 5 episodes, and it's definitely a problem. Kira. I haven't seen any of those. If it's Haikyuu, I've seen it. Probably. Maybe. Ah! I have not seen Yuri on Ice. But out of all of the sports anime that I've seen, it's definitely Sangatsu no Lion. Sangatsu no Lion was also really good. Well, Dragon Ball Z is the one that's known for taking forever. I have also watched Keijo. As a matter of fact, I have a Smite account that I used to troll on called Keijo with the exclamation marks. Keijo the anime. It's a really weird ecchi show. I think it's actually one of the better sports anime. And as you can see, Nox jumps in. I'll give it a good. It's a good... You chose a weird time to come back, Nox. We made it to 2016. It's one of the better sports anime, but it is surrounded by the fact that the entire premise is ecchi. A 7? It's a sports anime, Nox. A 7 is good. We use the rating scale. I think like 10 shows have gotten higher than a 9 or a 10 total. Flip Flappers. It's Flip Flappers, guys. I watched an episode of this, and I was confused. And that was the entirety of it. Okay, can I be honest? When it comes to working, I don't know what I've seen and what I haven't seen. Because the titles are stupid, and it's got 14 different names. Like, I'm gonna click on this. Blah, 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 blah. And sometimes it's called working, sometimes it's called Wagnaria, sometimes it's called both. I never know what I've seen and what I haven't. I've got to check all over the place with that one. Bloodivores. I'm halfway through this show. This is rugby. It's another one that fell to the fact that it's a weekly anime that I was watching. Which means the second I miss an episode, I don't continue. I just don't. I don't see anything. Which means we move back to summer. Oh, good. I have watched Mob Psycho. I'll give it an 8. I don't care. Whatever I feel at that moment is the grade, right? I feel like the first season of Shokugeki no Soma was better than the other seasons. Hey, look, it's orange. Hey, look, it's Real Life. Have you given a show a 10 yet? Yes. Yes, I have. Boom. We missed a season somewhere. But we have. Oh, I've got more 9s than I thought. Bocchi the Rock, Mushoku Tensei Part 3. Probably change that to an 8. Isekai Shokudo, Demi-chan, Yocho Sankai, Real Life. Real Life still makes it into my top 5 usually. But I'm just clicking stuff. Like new game, completed. It's either an 8 or a 9. Can I give it an 8.5? Hi, Devless. My anime list is coming along. We've made it back to summer 2016 so far. This one I will give an 8 as well. Alderman on the Sky. I'm just creating my anime list. I've not seen those. Are they about the number 10? Ascendance of a Bookworm is a... I will click into it. That'll give us a darker screen. Ascendance of a Bookworm is an isekai where a girl who worked at a library basically dies by being crushed by books and bookshelves and stuff falling on her while she's at her job, and she wakes up in the body of a very, very frail girl in a world that is medieval, which means books are extremely rare and extremely expensive, and she's very annoyed by this fact. And she's sick, she wants books, she goes through this whole world. And we get to go through her adventure as she tries to find books. If I put Gurren Lagann... No, I'm working... So I started in 2024. I started 2024 and I'm working backwards. Working backwards. And I think they're going to be moving on to a season 4 soon. Hey, there's Rewrite. I watched an episode of that. I think it was an hour-long episode. It was very confusing. I don't remember much about it. Hey, it's Days! Remember anime where people work? It's Days, Dr. Stone. Where is Dr. Stone? I watched the first season of Dr. Stone, but not anything past that. And I don't remember. That is messed up. Get out of here. Yeah, there's a good chance that I've like missed some anime here and there. I'm working relatively quickly, and all the names are in languages that I don't understand, namely Romaji. Who actually reads this? I don't remember. And if I don't remember if I watched something, I'm putting it on hold mostly. Yeah, the season 2 wasn't that long ago. Flying Witch is a very nice, very, very good sort of lazy Nonon Biori style show. And I have watched it, and it is good. Unlike everything else here, which I have not watched. I have not watched. Okay, winter 2016, guys. We are way... Wow. Wow. That one just jumped out. So this is Erased. The town where only I exist. This is Konosuba, season 1, which I saw. Didn't watch season 2. This is Assassination Classroom, which I also saw. There's a lot of 8s on here. This is Grimgar, which I definitely finished, and I totally didn't miss the last 2. Discord. Not Discord. Takashi Kashi, no. Dimension W, no. Nichiro Days, no. Divine Gate, no. No. Whatever's here, probably not. Hey, Phantasy Star Online 2 has one. Got mashed on there. Mashed. Like potatoes? Assassination Classroom! I know, it's so good. Look at it. That's season 2. We're all the way back in 2015, back when One Punch Man came out, and I gave it a 7 instead of an 8, and people will get mad at me. And Haikyuu's second season came out, and I think I've been rating all of these the same. I didn't watch any of this Dagashi Kashi stuff. I recognize that. I don't know why I recognize that. It's a high dive show, so I definitely haven't seen it. Mashal. I didn't watch any of the Monogatari shows after season 1 because the watch order confused me. So that's not on the list. Mashal. What are all these shows? How have we spent 90 minutes doing this and we're still not back to 2011? Miss Monochrome, the animation. That's definitely a show we have to watch. Blue Lock, did not watch Blue Lock. It's Battle Royale soccer. I honestly didn't see a reason. It's Charlotte. Charlotte's like a solid 7, probably. It's Overlord. Overlord's a solid 8, probably. It's Dragon Ball Super. Daily Life of the Immortal King. I don't think I saw that. It's Gate. I'm gonna be honest, I probably rewatched Gate like 4 times already. Gate is good. I'm gonna do something stupid, and I'm gonna add Himoto Umaru-chan to the plan to watch list because I haven't. This is actually I am. Actually, I Am gets a solid 6. I have seen it. It gets a solid 6. Classroom Crisis will get a 7. Classroom Crisis is a very confusing show to watch. Basically, they're at a super technical school building a flying car ship thing. Yeah, but we're gonna check the Discord thing tomorrow. I don't know nothing about no Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee stuff until tomorrow when I look. If I observe it, it'll change the outcome. Right now, it's in a quantum state for me. Which means anybody could be winning. Anybody could be winning. We're gonna give Shokugeki no Soma earlier seasons higher because they were better. Is this the first season? This is the first season, isn't it? I've actually seen the first season. Unlike every other season, we'll give it a 7. We'll give this one an 8. That, I still don't remember. This is the second season, right? Sorogeru 2! It is. I've seen the second season, I just haven't... Oh, no. We'll give Plastic Memories an 8, and we'll tell it to get out of my sight for forever. I don't want to see you anymore. I've completed... What show did I click? Nisekoi, right? I've completed it. I'll give it a 7. And then this one, I think it's on hold on like episode 6. Ore Monogatari. Grisai. Oh, we have to... I like these. I like Diamond and the Ace, though. It's very hard for me to rate Diamond and the Ace when I'm not rating you. I've only seen the first season. Okay. Where do I rate Baby Steps? Probably a 9. Baby Steps is one of those shows that's really high up on my list. It's really high up there. Too bad it got canceled. The manga, that is. I'm very sad. Should I add Kinero Mosaic to my plan to watch list? That's my question right now. Ice cream. Should I add you? I don't know. We'll find out. Season 1, sure, I'll give it an 8. I don't care. That's probably really low. It's about where people rate it, actually. Kuroko no Basket. Who doesn't like Kuroko no Basket? I'll give it a good, because it was good enough for me to finish watching. And that's about it. I've seen this description before. I was confused. Because I saw this. I definitely saw an episode of that. Definitely saw an episode of that. It's Maria the Witch. How is this not listed as ecchi? The entire premise behind it is whatever. I'm like halfway through this, I think. I don't know. It's 100 Years War or whatever. But with magic. And that's all we have to know. It's confusing. I don't know what's happening in it. Oh, look, it's Your Ally in April, that show that I've never seen. Who's gonna yell at me? I've never seen it. I've seen clips from Amagi's Brilliant Park. I have seen season 2 of Log Horizon, though. Nox over here. You better watch Your Lie in April. It's the best thing ever. You better watch it. It's the best thing ever. And I'm just like, it can't even hold, like, World Trigger is better than it. I know because it rated higher on my list. Got Wars Love? Nope, never seen it. If I look at my list, you'll notice that World Trigger is way above Your Lie in April. I'm still trying to figure out if I should add Kinero Mosaic to my watch list. Fine. You want me to add it so much. We'll put it on the plan to watch eventually. I don't know. Look at it. Oh, look, it's Tokyo Ghoul. Everybody loves Tokyo Ghoul, except for me. I haven't seen it. Let's just get through this real quick. That's, more Sword Art Online. I haven't seen this, but I'm going to add it to the plan to watch. We will refine plan to watch later. Hey, look, it's free. I'm doing that leaning thing again, where I'm leaning too much. I don't recognize anything here. Okay, I guess we're done with that. Oh, look, it's No Game, No Life. I don't know, 7, 8? I don't know. What should I rate it? I thought it was good, but the game's got really out of hand real quick, and it's got some problem parts. Hey, look, speaking of problem parts, it's that show. Another show with a... I really like the magical system behind it. It's somewhere between these two. I don't know. I'll put it at an 8. The last part of it. So there's a couple arcs to it. The last arc really falls off. It really hurts. Fairy Tail? No, I haven't seen I've seen one arc of Fairy Tail. Oh, look, it's Black Bullet. I know I've watched it. I'll give it a 6, maybe. I don't remember it at all, man. I remember nothing about that. But it had a gun in it. It's long, but I enjoyed it very much. We're back in the weird times where I would just watch random stuff. Speaking of random stuff, it's the Netflix show that's not on Netflix anymore. It was fine. All 3D, very confusing to watch. Hey, look, it's Soul Eater Not. I'm still giving Baby Steps a 9. It's Blade and Soul, Nox's favorite anime based off of an MMO that he totally played. See? Told you. It's the actual season of Nisekoi that I've seen. The other one I rated. I don't know if I've actually seen it. I'm gonna make people mad. Blade and Soul is an MMO, so the anime is sort of loosely tied into the story of the MMO, but it was not a very good anime. Bias. I don't know what you're talking about then. Bias, rating Baby Steps. This is my anime list. This isn't your anime list. When you have your own anime list, then you can rate stuff. How about that? Out here fighting me about my rating. This isn't the anime list of my stream. This is my anime list. It's right here in the title. My anime list. Oh, look, it's a show. I am not clicking very much here, am I? Back to 2013, a year that we all remember because it had Log Horizon in it and it had Kill la Kill in it and, no, I wanted 8. Studio Trigger anime, what? 7? I don't remember. I know people gave it a high score. It was okay. Dude, Kuroko no Basket was still going on this late. Oh my goodness. I feel like my scores for Kuroko no Basket are going down the more I see it. Hey, it's Strike the Blood. I watched Strike the Blood. I have to do this again. Hold on. It's got to be on every plan to watch list. I feel like making anime lists public is like backseating and waiting for the criticism. That's the good part. We love criticism. Speaking of which, my mental, hold on. We need the English name. My mental choices are completely interfering with my school romantic comedy. Who doesn't love this random show that I'm giving a 7? It's very confusing. Ah! It's bright white again. Where were we? Oh yes, we were at Outbreak Company. Okay guys, I'm technically gonna put this on hold because I've only watched 11 episodes, but it was good. Don't ask me how I remember that I've never seen the last episode of Outbreak Company. But I've never seen the last episode of Oh wow, first season, only 75 episodes. It was good. Oh look, first season, only 38 episodes. It was good. $38 is a weird number of episodes for a first season. Like, what's going on there? Samurai Flamenco, Blaze Blur, more names. More names. Yeah, we're here to get bullied. That's why we're here. Danganronpa, didn't see it. Monogatari series second season, didn't see it. Fine, we'll add you to the watch list too. I've watched like one episode of it every few years. So that's where it sits. But speaking of Megami Hen, wait, this is season 2, right? Season 3. Okay. Season 3 gets a lower score than the other seasons. Screw that season in particular. Such a bad season. I remember that I watched like 2 episodes, 1 episode of Gatchaman Crowds, and I was very confused. Hey, look, it's everybody's favorite game. I haven't actually... I own Neptunia games because I got them in a Humble Bundle, but I don't actually remember anything about Neptunia. Besides, she's gamer. Boop, 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 boop. Ooh. Part-time, we'll give an 8. I don't care. Season 1, we'll give an 8. Again, don't care. No, Oragiru is pretty good. Oh, wait, I could actually rate this one. No, I can't. You know why I can't watch it? Again. I specifically didn't finish that one either. I got near the end, and it was very confusing. Railgun? Railgun? I have a lot of anime that I just watched to the end and didn't finish. It's a confusing life I live. Hunter x Hunter 2011. Still continuing in 2013, huh? Oh, we're gonna have fights if I go back to 1999. We have 10 minutes till I usually end. Okay, fine. Kotaro-san, 7. Probably a low rating, but it's fine. I don't recognize any of these. I'm looking at the pictures and they're not helping. It doesn't help that I didn't watch anime for quite a while. Nobody say anything. I haven't actually seen Chunibyo. I watched an episode of it. Psycho-Pass Season 1 was better than Season 2. By quite a bit. Bum 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 bum. Gintama. I did not watch Girls in Panzer. I'm gonna add this to the plan to watch. Little Busters, that is. Little Busters on the plan to watch. It's supposed to be an anime. Hidamari Sketch. I don't know what that is. Sordo Arto Online. We'll give it an 8. I don't know. Imagine that anime habit as a game habit. No. No! Okay, I have that with games too. I own a lot of games that I haven't completed, and I've played through a lot of games like halfway through and haven't finished them. I just have problems, okay? Yo, Kokoro Connect is here. I watched 3 episodes of that. I'm not putting it on the list because I only watched 3 episodes of that. I am adding Hyoka to my plan to watch list. That one I know I'm watching. I've seen some of Excel World. Does it count if I know I've seen at least half of it? No, but I will check to see how much I've actually watched of it before I give a rating of it. Kuroko no Basket completed. Season 1, probably an 8. Season 1 was probably the best season of Kuroko no Basket. Kore wa Zanbei desu ka? Of the Dead. Isn't that season 2? Doesn't matter. Haven't seen it. You want to know the worst anime on my list that I will always rate despite having only watched 3 episodes of it? Get Small, but I don't want to get Small. Fine, I'll get Small. I'm a tiny person. You know the worst anime on here that I'm always going to rate? We're always going to rate Nazu no Kanojo X as a completed anime. And we're going to rate it a 7. Which is probably higher than most people would rate it. Actually, it's lower, which is surprising. Nazo no Kanojo is I think it's the 2nd manga that I'd read. It's a very confusing story, and I'm not going to describe it here because I don't want to throw up. Actually, going back for a second. Fun thing about this. If you've played any MMOs with me, I totally didn't rip most of my characters' names from this anime. Like, almost all of my characters from random MMOs, like my tertiary characters, are ripped from Nazo no Kanojo. So take that. Where were we? That's gonna make people want to figure out what that is. Then you're gonna be like, why? Why? The anime made it worse. Nothing in winter. Okay, now we get into Nox's favorites. Hunter x Hunter 2011 is very good. It is not the best Hunter x Hunter adaptation, though. Mirai Nikki is good, I guess. It's a 7. I haven't watched the Fate series because the Fate series scares me. Anything else in this season? This is way back in 2011. 2011 is a long time ago. I'm gonna add Usagi Drop to my plan to watch list too. It's here. It's here, the season 2 of Bakuto Testo Shokanju. I haven't watched Blood-Sea Yoroyuri, but I have heard of them. Is that good enough? Is that good enough, I ask you? There were a lot less anime back here. It's Baka! Baka! I did watch season 1 of Blue Exorcist. Jeez, I was 3. Well, stop being so young. Wait, isn't... No! Okay, so back in the mid-2010s, So Riley is a person that I did Ocarina of Time Randomizer with. But before that, we met in Smite, a game where I also met Nox. And we would sometimes do anime opening quizzes where you'd have the anime opening play and then you'd have to guess the anime. And I remember this anime because I always failed to get it right. And he'd take the lead on that every single time. Just gonna add it to the plan to watch list now. I completed this. It was good, I guess. It was very weird. It's got an opening that is a thing. I'm gonna put Nichijou as planned to watch. I don't remember how much I've seen of it. I've seen parts interspersed here and there. Oh, cat hat. Does the cat hat work? The cat hat works. I've got a white cat on my head this time. Okay, so this season is better than season 3. But it's got the worst opening song. If I was rating them based on the opening songs, there's 9 of them, and it randomly selects one for the cat hat. Ooh, wait. I get to rate Sket Dance. So if you don't know, Sket Dance is legitimately just a sketch comedy anime from the people who made Gintama, I believe. It's really good. I guess we're back this far now. I get to rate the fact that I've actually seen a Magical Girl anime. I did not watch Infinite Stratos. I haven't seen Korewa Zombie Desu besides the first episode to troll people. I don't remember much about Gossick, which means I'll give it a 6 for now, and we'll probably look at it again. It's one of those that I want to go back to every once in a while. I've seen an episode of Rio. I don't remember why I've seen an episode of Rio. Oh, good. It's this one. Well, we rated the second season, or we didn't. We said I didn't finish it. We'll rate the first season a 7. I don't care. World God Only Knows, probably, I think I'd rate it the second best opening of that series. I might like the last opening more. We'll give season 2 of Index an 8. Look at this. There's so many anime happening. Oh! Remember when I said Nazo no Kanojo was probably the second manga I finished? High School of the Dead was probably the third or fourth? He was up there. I don't read that many manga, and I didn't read it very many in the past. Angel Beats, we'll give it a solid 8. It's pretty good. We're back in the time when there weren't really that many anime per season now. Demon King Daimyo is here. Weird. I don't think I've seen this one, but it looks familiar. Some anime from this time period really stand out to you as stuff that you've definitely seen with an 8 for the first season. I said as an 8 for the first season. It's Bakuto Testo Shokanju. Who doesn't love Bakuto Testo Shokanju? Do you see this? Hey, look, it's Fairy Tail. Railgun? I've watched Railgun. Railgun was very good. I liked Railgun. Railgun was very good. I will finish the second season, I swear. Wait, is this the second season? This has got to be the second season, right? Yeah, this is the second season. I will one day finish the second season of Darker Than Black, but it is not a very good season when compared to the first one. I should rewatch Darker Than Black. It's got some very convoluted parts to it, though. Is this the first one? I think this is the one that I saw. I think this is the show that I saw, so I will rate it an 8. Very confused 8, but an 8. Darker Than Black is good. Yeah, but Darker Than Black season 2. It's only meh. It's only meh. I need the... So Spice and Wolf season 2 relies on me finishing season 1. It's another one of those where I keep starting it. I get partway through and it's like blah. Just gonna do this preemptively. I've watched half of Full Metal Alchemist, but I have not watched Brotherhood. Oh, now we're getting back into... I really liked Eden of the East, actually. Really good anime. Wow. Huh. It's like, are you a human, guys? Am I a human? I've got to draw lines on stuff. Apparently, it wants to know if I'm a human. The second season of... I haven't seen the second season of Dark... Oh, I've seen the first episode. Where are we? Suzumiya Haruhi no Yutsu. What do you rate an anime that destroyed a generation? Do we all know the story of this show? Does everybody know the story of the 2009 Suzumiya Haruhi no Yutsu? Because we better know this. I do not know the story. It's the anime that had the same episode play 8 times in a row with slight differences every week for 2 months, and people got so mad at it. So yeah, we gotta give it a high score for that one. Phantom Requiem for the Phantom. 7? I enjoyed it. It's really hard to go back and watch, though. It's very dated. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I'm gonna try to find a video real quick. These are all the episodes put together. Oh no, it's very confusing. Slightly different in each one of them. Look at him. It's literally the same thing in all 8 episodes. Just different art, different everything. It was like a 14 episode long season, and 8 of the episodes were the same episode. I want to add this to the plan to watch. It's come up a few times. If you have a chance, you should experience it at least once in its full version, straight back to back to back to back to back. I've heard the name, but I don't think I've seen Mariaholic. We are in the 2009s, which means there's a good chance that we're gonna start seeing a lot of seasons where I haven't seen anything. No, not completed. I am actively watching, and I'm on episode 8. That's right, Toradora, actively watching. Speaking of shows that were from the past, guys, it's Black Butler. I will give it an 8 because I said, wait. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Magical Index, I will also give you an 8. I mean, I can't not add it. It's here. It's here. It's Rosario Vampire Season 2. Which is not... I think Gurren Lagann is still earlier than this, right? I know this... I know the... Dude... We're on 2008. We're getting pretty close to the beginning of 2008 too. I have not. Okay, I'm just gonna. Soul Eater, you get to go on the list. Okay. Okay, Kaiba. Kaiba. Dude, I am doing so good at scrolling. This is when Bleach and One Piece were still. We're still going. Oh, that's such a random show. Okay, first, I'm 6 episodes in still. I've finished this. I'll give it a 7. I love the music from it. This show, this 6 episode show where the episodes are 45 minutes long. This is probably the best use of time in a show. Like, you're watching stuff, and then suddenly, because the main character is basically immortal, so you'll be watching something, and then in the next scene, it reminds me of Frieren in this way. The next scene, the person's like 70. And you're like, what the heck? But it's also like weird fighting and chopping people up and trying to cut people's heads off. And I don't understand. I don't remember that part of it very well. It's a show. But the randomness of which you're moving through time is what stuck with me on this show. Like, oh my goodness. I don't even remember when I watched that, but it was... We've discussed the fact that I need to watch season 2 of Gunslinger Girl. I might have discussed it. I don't know. I talked about it in the Discord. I did not watch much of season 2. Did we miss After Story? I think we missed After Story. Cat hat. What do we get this time? It's the same cat. It might be broken. It shouldn't be the same cat. But, you know, odds are there. We'll give Clannad an 8. We'll give myself, yourself a 7. It's a decent slice of life with a very weird turn at the end. I don't remember Blue Drop or Sketchbook or like half of these. 2007! I still catched up. Congratulations on being the first one here. We're never rating School Days. I refuse to watch that. We're near the end of this. I'm gonna add this to the plan to watch. I'm gonna add this to the things that I have seen. How you doing, Koba? We're nearing the end of our random stuff that we've watched. Or getting near the end of this list. I don't know how much further beyond 2000 I want to go in this stream. But I haven't watched a ton of stuff, is what we're seeing here. Look at this. There's literally like 6 anime coming out in a season. Okay, we're always going to rate Death Note. This is both seasons together. I guess we'll rate it an 8. I have not watched much Code Geass. Bit tired, but all good. What? Glad you figured out the list. They tried to kick me off the site twice because I was going through and just deleting my whole list. Kenichi the Mightiest Disciple. I will rate that a 7. I have rewatched it once. I would rate Canon, but I honestly don't remember it, so I'll just throw it out and plan to watch. Like, I legitimately do not remember it. Welcome to the NHK. I'll give that an 8. NHK was good. I don't recognize most of those shows. I'm gonna put this one as on hold because I think I'm technically 20 episodes in. It's Ouran High School Host Club, and I'm very bad at finishing shows. Fine, we'll add Black Lagoon 2. And this is season 1. I should have ranked season 2 higher than season 1 just to troll, because season 2 was so weird. We'll add Air Gear to the list. Air Gear was good. It wasn't great. XXX Holic. Season 2 of School Rumble. Yeah, we'll give it a 9. Season 2 could have been better. It did have my favorite 2 seasons in School Rumble, and it's definitely a top 5 anime for me. But it, you know, it could have been better. Could have been better. Wait. Military Space. It's got a 6. It's very green in a sea of not greens. Ergo, Proxy, Hanpun, the 5 anime in this season. That's how you know we are in the best of times. Black Cat, Area. I've heard that name before. I've rated Shuffle in the past. I'm pretty sure I've watched it. I don't know. We'll put it as a 7. I actually don't know if I finished it. It's very standard. Although I think it's technically ecchi. I think it technically does have nudity in it. I don't even remember. These are old. I watched some of these shows almost. These are like 20 years old. These shows are older than some people here. I have to put this one on hold because I think I only watched about 95 episodes of it. We'll finish it eventually, you know? It's the American football anime. I remember this show, but I also don't know how much of it I've actually seen. Trinity Blood is such a confusing one to try to remember, too. Oh no! I'm gonna add that one to the watch list. Wait, do they have a place to watch it? Is it on Crunchyroll? I'd be so surprised. I don't. I've heard of Peach Girl. Does that count? Winter is such a dead season. Oh, 2004. Time for the perfect score on School Rumble Season 1. Deal with it. It's my anime list, not yours. If it's called your anime list, then you'd be able to rate it. Is it Young Blackjack or is it just Blackjack? I have not seen Beck Mongolian Chop Squad, and I'm sorry to say that to everybody. I've also not seen 366 episodes of Bleach, but I did see the first season. I'm not rating it off the first season, though. Oh, good. This one is kind enough to tell you that it's the first season. How many shows do that? It's Elfenlied time. We'll give Elfenlied a 7. I'm rating shows that I finished, which means if I didn't finish them, they're not here, which means we're not going to have very many shows below a 5. Or any shows below a 5, really, because I don't know. If I didn't finish them, Samurai Champloo had some of the funniest, one of the funniest soundtracks for a samurai anime ever. If you haven't seen it, watch a couple episodes of Samurai Champloo. It is trippy. Absolutely trippy. And it's on everything, I guess. I don't know why. Love it. That was a great show. It was a great show. It's got a great musical score. And now we know why I've seen Gunslinger Girl. Gunslinger Girl, I have seen season 1. It's a 2003 anime. It was, I will rate it good. I don't remember a whole lot of it. I remember my feelings of watching it, and that I did watch it. There's probably a lot of stuff from this era that I've seen, and I don't remember watching. But I know I haven't seen Full Metal Panic. You'd remember that guy. You'd remember him. This is why I wanted to rewatch it. Or why I wanted to watch Kino's Journey, because there's an older Kino's Journey that I also wanted to watch. I recognize the character, but I don't think I've seen the show. Hey guys, it's that crossing that's famous. I also want to watch all the Dot Hacks. Dot Hack is such a fun little series. Okay, we can rate Naruto. I'd rate it higher, but the last 70 episodes have really dropped the quality. If you don't know, everything from episode 150 to episode 220 in Naruto is filler, except for the literal last scene. Hydrate. Fine. Oh, hey, I have High Dive now. We can add this to the plan to watch list finally, because everybody was yelling at me about not watching Azumango Daiho. Despite the fact that it's basically the version of comedy that is my brain. Onagai. No. 2001. Prince of Tennis. I'm gonna give this a 9. I don't care. It's Hikaru no Go. It's great. I love Hikaru no Go. Unfortunately, it's one of those ones that got shut down. I have not seen Fruits Basket, really. I got partway through season 2, or the remake of it, but my goodness. My goodness. It's hard for me to continue watching shows. Yo, here it is. I don't know why it's here in 2001, but it is. This is the best version of Hunter x Hunter's first couple seasons. The first 2 seasons of Hunter x Hunter are much better in the 1999 than they are in the later one. What, 2011? But yeah, it's Chibi Maruko-chan. But I don't think I've seen them. I've seen spurts of Inuyasha, but I don't think I've seen 167 episodes worth of Inuyasha. You know what? I'm gonna be crazy and I'm gonna put it on my plan to watch. Absolutely insane. Are they just gonna list Inuyasha as being on air for every season? This is a packed season, guys. It's got Hunter x Hunter 1999 and Great Teacher Onizuka in it. I'm technically watching this very slowly. I think I'm like 12 episodes in. It's an interesting show from the 1999 era. Literally two anime. Literally 2 anime. Initial D is here. And this is why I didn't want to go too far back out of the 1999s, because once we start hitting the early 2000s, there's literally a handful of shows every season. I don't think I've seen too much from this era. Can't get by without adding that. I've seen an episode of Serial Experiments Lain. It is... I've seen like half of Trigun. So if I'm adding the remake, I'll just re-add that as well. And this is the era of Cowboy Bebop with Tank. Dude, 1998. Weird year. Then you go back and look at this. There's like nothing. 1997, the year that brought us the worst Dragon Ball. The worst Dragon. Dude, Lane was so ahead of its time. I'm not adding any more Rurouni Kenshin. We can't do it. There it is again. It's just Dragon Ball and Rurouni Kenshin. Those are the only new only shows on the list. I've seen some stuff from Slayers, and I've heard a lot about Fushigi Yugi. I just haven't watched either of them. And Chibi Maruko-chan really should not be in new. I guess if there's nothing in new, it just automatically gives us continuing. Fine, I will rate Dragon Ball Z as a completed show, because I've totally watched all of it in abridged form. And I honestly haven't watched enough Yu Yu Hakusho to rate it. I think I've only watched a few seasons of it. And I think that's about where we end, unless for some reason we want to add Ranma to our watch list. But I think Ranma's 150 episodes. So do we really want to add it to our plan to watch list? It's probably the oldest show out here that we'd add to the plan to watch list, unless we want to watch something from like the 80s. I don't know. I think we're done. I think we've done it. I think we have, in fact, done it. Oh, hey, there's Saint Seiya. Saint Seiya was very popular in parts of the world. There's Dragon Ball. I'm only, like, partway through. You don't know? You don't know Ranma 1/2? That's okay, we're not going to add it. I think it's the one where it's a guy, and then if he sneezes, he becomes a girl, and then if he sneezes, he becomes a guy, and it's one of those shows. If I'm thinking of the right show. Okuto no Ken! He's gonna punch somebody. And then, yeah, we have the original Dragon Ball. We have Gundam. When you literally had like 3 anime and they were just long-running shows. I don't know. Oh, hey, it's Lupin. Lupin was a thing. For a while. I just don't think there's enough back here. So yeah, I click on my profile. I have apparently completed 170 shows, which means I probably missed a few. There's 270 total entries and 3,440 total episodes watched. If we look at my completed, can I style it to be dark? If we look at my completed by score, we can see that I did in fact give School Rumble and Descendants of a Bookworm the highest grades, because I can. I also added Hikaru no Go, Hunter x Hunter, 1999, Dragon Ball Z. No, I refuse. I refuse. World God Only Knows, School Rumble Season 2, Baby Steps, Real Life, Sangatsu no Lion, Yosaki Demi-chan, Isekai Shokudo, and, well, Bocchi the Rock, Mushoku Tensei. That's definitely getting knocked down. You don't deserve to be on the list with these other shows, such as Bocchi the Rock. Yeah, I probably missed a bunch of shows because we were going through pretty quickly. But you know what? It's a brief overview. I'll eventually go through and add more. Because I know I've definitely seen more than 170 shows. Especially if you add the fact that I'm currently watching a bunch of shows. I have a bunch on hold that I don't remember finishing, so I have to go back and check them. That's literally almost 30 here. I didn't list any that I dropped, but I definitely dropped more shows than I've watched. And my plan to watch is only almost 60. Oh, yeah, some of my plan to watch are shows that I need to go check to see if I watched them, too. Like Working, because it's got a very confusing name. Some of them are stuff that I actually need to watch, and some of them are stuff where Crunchyroll still needs to fix. Please. Please fix. I think what I'll do is I'll find shows that interest me, and then starting next week, I'll try to watch one of these a week through completion, which means Gabriel Dropout, I won't keep getting stuck on episode 3, I swear. Oh, we definitely missed some shows. I'll go through this again later. I'll post this on Discord over the weekend. Because I can think of at least 5 shows off the top of my head that I've seen that aren't here. Which means they probably got rolled into like other seasons, or I missed them when scrolling through quickly, or I just didn't know the name in Japanese. But yeah, there's a lot more shows that I did watch that aren't on here. So yeah, that was my anime list. That took 30 minutes longer than I wanted it to. We made it back to the 80s, I guess. And it was a number of shows. And in case you're wondering what I've been doing in my spare time the last few days, Stormgate. I've already played 52 games. The thing's been out for 2.5 days. I'm very bad at fighting Infernal. But I finally got a build that somewhat works against them. 31% win rate is really low, but I am really good against Vanguard, usually. But this is not a good win rate. And then if you switch over to Infernal, I've still only played the 2 games that we played on stream. I don't know, the race just didn't gel with me as much. But my win rate is 100%. That's what we've done. That's what we've been doing. There's this show. Thank you all for being here. We're gonna try to do some anime opening quiz stuff on Discord, like the little opening song game. I did one a couple weekends ago with Panda. It was fun. So if you've watched anime and you think you know the openings, I don't watch openings in anime, so you have just as much of an opportunity to get them right as I do. Trust me. But that's it. That's it. And yeah, I'll be doing those in the Discord probably on the weekends at some point. Because they don't stream well, because it's all copywritten music, and I'd have to be very careful about that. I hope you all enjoyed it. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a good day, and I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. Have fun.